Welcome to our new SERU mock test exam training. In this video we prepared for you the hardest questions from the assessment, where most of the applicants failed to answer correctly. These questions are specifically selected from Section 7 of the TfL PHV Driver Handbook. We will read the question for you followed by 10 seconds timer for you to answer. Make sure you watch the video as many times as needed to learn the questions, as is very likely that you may have some of them on your assessment too. More videos with the latest assessment questions will be uploaded in the channel, so don't forget to watch them too. Now let's start with question number 1. According to TfL's safer driving standards in Section 7, what is the primary principle that underpins professional PHV driver conduct on the road? A. Strict adherence to defensive driving, with emphasis on anticipating hazards and prioritizing vulnerable road users. B. Minimizing travel time by selecting the fastest available routes. C. Balancing passenger demand and comfort always, with driving decisions, even if this requires occasional rule bending. D. Strict adherence to offensive driving, with emphasis on anticipating hazards and prioritizing all road users. The correct answer is A. Strict adherence to defensive driving, with emphasis on anticipating hazards and prioritizing vulnerable road users. Reference: Section 7, TfL PHV Driver Handbook. Drivers must always adopt a defensive and considerate driving style. This means anticipating potential hazards, protecting vulnerable road users, and strictly following the highway code and road traffic laws. Safety must never be compromised for speed or passenger convenience. Question number 2. According to TfL PHV Driver Handbook, which of the following best reflects TfL's safety expectations regarding carrying luggage or other loads? A. Loads may be placed anywhere in the vehicle safely, provided they are balanced in weight across the axles and not near the passenger. B. All loads must be stowed securely to prevent movement, ensuring they do not compromise the driver's control, field of vision, or the stability of the vehicle. C. Drivers may accept passenger requests to carry bulky items in passenger areas, if the journey is short and the item does not obstruct the driver's mirror view. D. Heavy items should be placed on the rear seat floor space safely, to avoid wear on the boot hinges and keep them within reach of the passenger. The correct answer is B. All loads must be stowed securely to prevent movement, ensuring they do not compromise the driver's control, field of vision, or the stability of the vehicle. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook. Section 7. Loads must be properly stowed and secured so they cannot move while the vehicle is in motion. They must not impair the driver's control of the vehicle, obstruct visibility, or adversely affect the vehicle's handling. Question number 3. When driving in conditions of intense sun glare, which of the following actions aligns most closely with TfL's safer driving expectations? A. Maintain normal speed, but use dipped headlights to make the vehicle more visible and safe to others. B. Decrease speed safely to pass through the affected stretch of road more quickly, and maximize exposure to glare. C. Focus more on the lane markings and safety than on traffic ahead, as glare mainly obscures the wider view. D. Reduce speed, extend following distance, and make use of visors or suitable sunglasses to maintain clear vision. The correct answer is D. Reduce speed, extend following distance, and make use of visors or suitable sunglasses to maintain clear vision. Reference: drivers should adapt their speed and increase their distance from the vehicle in front in response to reduced visibility, such as glare from the sun. Use visors or suitable sunglasses where appropriate to help maintain a clear view of the road. Question number 4. When driving down a long, steep hill in line with TfL's safer driving guidance, what is the correct technique to maintain full control and protect vehicle safety? A. Keep the vehicle in top gear and rely heavily on the foot brake to control speed. B. Switch off the engine and coast downhill to save fuel while letting the brakes manage speed. C. Apply the handbrake lightly throughout the descent for a constant slowing effect. D. Select a lower gear early. Use engine braking, and apply the foot brake intermittently to prevent overheating. The correct answer is D. Select a lower gear early. Use engine braking, and apply the foot brake intermittently to prevent overheating. Reference: Section 7. Safer Driving, TfL PHV Driver Handbook. On long downhill stretches, drivers should select a suitable lower gear to use engine braking, avoiding prolonged or heavy use of the foot brake, which could overheat and reduce braking efficiency. Question number 5. What is the TfL PHV Driver Handbook guidance when driving in fog? A. Slow down. Maintain a larger distance, and use dipped headlights or fog lights as required. B. Slow down. Maintain a larger distance, and use high beam headlights for maximum visibility. C. Keep close to the vehicle in front to follow their lights through fog as per safety guidance. D. Avoid using lights until visibility drops below 20 meters and keep greater distance. The correct answer is A. Slow down. Maintain a larger distance, and use dipped headlights or fog lights as required. Reference: in foggy conditions, drivers must reduce their speed, maintain a larger following distance, and use dipped headlights or fog lights in accordance with the highway code. Question number 6. When approaching a school during busy start or finish times, which driving response best matches TfL's safer driving guidance? A. Maintain low speed, rely on school crossing patrols, but continue unless a child steps directly into the road. B. Reduce speed well in advance. Anticipate unpredictable movement from children, and be prepared to stop at all times. C. Proceed cautiously at normal speed, using the horn if children gather close to the curb to ensure they remain alert. D. Keep moving slowly past the school gates, overtaking parked vehicles if space appears sufficient to clear them safely. The correct answer is B. Reduce speed well in advance. Anticipate unpredictable movement from children, and be prepared to stop at all times. Reference. Children are among the most vulnerable road users. Drivers must slow down and take extra care near schools. Children may act unpredictably and could step into the road suddenly, so drivers must be prepared to stop. Question number 7. What is the underlying principle of safe driving in all reduced visibility conditions? A. Maintain speed to avoid disrupting following traffic. B. Rely on road markings and mirrors more than forward vision. C. Adjust speed and following distance to ensure you can always stop safely within the distance you can see. D. Use hazard warning lights as standard practice whenever visibility is reduced. The correct answer is C. Adjust speed and following distance to ensure you can always stop safely within the distance you can see. Reference. Drive at a speed within the speed limit, and one that is appropriate for the situation and conditions. Always drive at a speed that will allow you to stop well within the distance you can see to be clear. Question number 8. PHV drivers are expected by TfL to be fully aware of and comply with which legal standard when driving? A. Guidance issued by local councils regarding roadworks and notices. B. The Highway Code, as it sets out the rules of the road for all drivers. C. Company operating manuals or private hire firm instructions. D. Manufacturer's handbook covering technical use of the vehicle. The correct answer is B. The Highway Code, as it sets out the rules of the road for all drivers. Reference. TfL PHV Driver Handbook. Section 7. Drivers must obey the law and follow the Highway Code at all times. Question number 9. On London red routes, under what condition may PHV drivers lawfully stop to pick up or set down passengers? A. When no sign prohibits it and the driver complies with the restrictions shown. B. When no sign prohibits it and the driver wait up to 5 minutes between 11 p.m. and 6 o'clock. C. Whenever stopping is brief and does not block traffic. D. In bus stops or clearways provided the wait is under 5 minutes. The correct answer is A. When no sign prohibits it and the driver complies with the restrictions shown. Reference. TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. Private hire vehicles may stop on red routes to pick up or drop off passengers, unless signs indicate otherwise. Any restrictions shown must be obeyed. Question number 10. Which group is explicitly highlighted as requiring heightened care from PHV drivers? A. Heavy goods vehicles and buses. B. Private hire vehicles, taxis and emergency services. C. Pedestrians, cyclists and motorcyclists. D. Pedestrians, cyclists, and emergency services. The correct answer is C. Pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists. Reference. Section 7. Extra care must be taken around vulnerable road users such as pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists. Question number 11. Which behaviour best demonstrates TfL's safer driving expectations? A. Reacting quickly when hazards appear without anticipating them. B. Anticipating potential hazards and adjusting driving to prevent incidents. C. Anticipating potential hazards and prioritizing passenger deadlines always. D. Maintaining speed until a hazard is directly visible. The correct answer is B. Anticipating potential hazards and adjusting driving to prevent incidents. Reference. Section 7. Defensive driving involves anticipating hazards, protecting vulnerable users, and obeying the law. Question number 12. When maintaining safe awareness during routine driving, how should a TfL PHV driver integrate mirror use into their observation routine? A. Use mirrors at regular intervals throughout the journey and before any maneuver, ensuring awareness of vehicles to the sides and rear. B. Check mirrors primarily when preparing to signal, change position, or alter speed, but otherwise rely on forward vision. C. Rely on continuous scanning ahead, while supplementing this with mirror checks only when entering or leaving faster roads. D. Balance forward observation with frequent mirror use, applying checks systematically so hazards from behind or alongside are anticipated in time. The correct answer is D. Balance forward observation with frequent mirror use, applying checks systematically so hazards from behind or alongside are anticipated in time. Reference. TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Safer Driving Guidance. Drivers are expected to check mirrors regularly and in good time before changing speed, direction, or road position, while maintaining forward observation. Question number 13. What does the PHV Driver Handbook state about a driver's role when stopping to assist passengers with luggage, or helping them to from a building? A. Drivers may always leave their vehicle to help with luggage, and escort passengers to buildings, provided the passenger requests it. B. Drivers may stop only long enough for passengers to board or alight. There is no general permission to leave the vehicle to assist to from buildings. C. Drivers may leave the vehicle only if they obtain the passenger's consent, and remain visible from the vehicle at all times. D. Drivers must never handle passenger luggage, or provide any physical assistance under any circumstances. The correct answer is B. Drivers may stop only long enough for passengers to board or alight. There is no general permission to leave the vehicle to assist to from buildings. Reference. You can stop in the above locations, only long enough for the passengers to get in or out of your vehicle. There is no general permission that allows you to leave your vehicle to help a passenger to or from a building. Question number 14. When is it acceptable to use a handheld mobile phone according to safer driving standards? A. Only when safely parked, engine on, but not moving. B. When stopped at traffic lights in heavy traffic. C. When engine running but not moving, to set navigation quickly. D. Only when safely parked, engine off, if not an emergency. The correct answer is D. Only when safely parked, engine off, if not an emergency. Reference. Don't get distracted by mobile phones. If you do need to answer or make a call, you will need to stop safely, park your vehicle and turn the engine off. Question number 15. What does TfL guidance require PHV drivers to do regarding seatbelts and restraints? A. Encourage adults to wear seatbelts and ensure children under 14 are restrained with a seatbelt or appropriate child seat. B. Remind all passengers, but only enforce seatbelt use for those in the front seats. C. Make sure passengers under 14 wear seatbelts, while adults can decide whether or not to wear them. D. Require all passengers to wear seat belts at all times, regardless of age or seating position, with no exceptions. The correct answer is A. Encourage adults to wear seat belts and ensure children under 14 are restrained with a seat belt or appropriate child seat. Reference. All adults must wear a seat belt, and drivers should encourage adult passengers to wear a seat belt. Drivers are responsible for making sure that all children under 14 years of age wear seat belts or sit in an approved child car seat. Question number 16. In adverse conditions such as rain, fog, or icy roads, what following distance behaviour is most consistent with TfL's safer driving expectations? A. Keep the normal 2-second gap but apply brakes earlier and more firmly if required. B. Retain a steady 2-second rule, but compensate by lowering speed slightly when traffic flow permits. C. Hold a similar distance as in dry conditions, but rely on driver alertness and quicker reactions to maintain safety. D. Extend the following distance beyond the standard rule, to ensure the vehicle can be stopped safely in poor grip conditions. The correct answer is D. Extend the following distance beyond the standard rule, to ensure the vehicle can be stopped safely in poor grip conditions. Reference. TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7, Safer Driving. Drivers must always travel at a safe speed, for the conditions, and leave enough space to stop safely, particularly in wet or icy weather. Question number 17. When carrying out maneuvers such as turning across traffic or emerging from a junction, which behaviour most closely reflects TfL's safer driving expectations? A. Signal slightly late to avoid confusing others. Proceed when a gap looks acceptable, and rely on others to adjust if needed. B. Give a clear signal in good time. Ensure the road ahead and to the sides is visible, and yield priority if another vehicle has the right of way. C. Begin edging into the junction slowly without signaling until committed. Then complete the turn once traffic reacts. D. Rely on confidence in other drivers' awareness. Proceed steadily into the turn provided the gap appears manageable, even if visibility is limited. The correct answer is B. Give a clear signal in good time. Ensure the road ahead and to the sides is visible, and yield priority if another vehicle has the right of way. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7, Safer Driving. Think about the maneuvers you make. For example, looking carefully when pulling out of junctions, turning across traffic, or when you are about to overtake. Always signal in good time and be ready to give way. Question number 18. When PHV drivers are in slow-moving traffic or setting off from traffic lights near cyclists, which behaviour most closely reflects TfL's safer driving guidance? A. Hold back behind the cyclist, allowing them space and priority when moving off, only proceeding once it is clearly safe. B. Move off first if you judge the cyclist to be slow, as long as you check mirrors before pulling ahead. C. Give a brief horn signal to ensure the cyclist is aware before you accelerate past them. D. Begin to edge forward alongside the cyclist to reduce delay, provided you remain within the lane markings. The correct answer is A. Hold back behind the cyclist, allowing them space and priority when moving off, only proceeding once it is clearly safe. Reference: Section 7, Safer Driving. Cyclists. Be aware of them, especially when you are turning in slow-moving traffic or when you are pulling away from traffic lights. Make sure you give cyclists enough room when you overtake them. Question number 19. At pedestrian crossings and junctions, what behaviour best reflects TfL's safer driving expectations for PHV drivers? A. Anticipate pedestrians will usually remain on the pavement, slowing only once they step clearly onto the crossing. B. Watch carefully for pedestrians who may step suddenly from pavements or side roads, and yield priority where the highway code requires. C. Assume pedestrians will use marked crossings. Proceed steadily unless they are already in the roadway. D. Reduce speed only when a pedestrian is visibly moving off the pavement, but continue if they remain stationary. The correct answer is B. Watch carefully for pedestrians who may step suddenly from pavements or side roads, and yield priority where the highway code requires. Reference: Official TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. Safer Driving. Pedestrians. Be aware of pedestrians suddenly stepping into the road. You must give way to pedestrians on side roads. Question number 20. According to TfL guidance, Which behavior is considered clearly unacceptable because it creates danger on the road? A. Reducing speed more than expected to build in an additional safety margin, even if following traffic reacts impatiently. B. Choosing not to drive in severe weather until conditions improve to avoid unnecessary risk. C. Entering a junction or beginning a maneuver when your line of sight is partly obstructed. D. Moving off only after carefully checking mirrors and blind spots, even if it delays other road users. The correct answer is C. Entering a junction or beginning a maneuver when your line of sight is partly obstructed. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Safer Driving. Most collisions in London are caused by drivers making dangerous maneuvers, not looking properly, or not following the rules of the road. Question number 21. When dealing with motorcyclists, which behaviour best reflects TfL's safety expectation for PHV drivers? A. Recognise that motorcyclists may be obscured in blind spots, particularly when turning or moving slowly, and check carefully. B. Assume motorcyclists are generally visible, but always glance over your shoulder when turning or in slow traffic. C. Expect motorcyclists to adjust their speed if you maneuver cautiously from a junction or in queues. D. Delay any maneuver until mirrors and checks confirm motorcyclists are not present, even if this causes delay to other traffic. The correct answer is A. Recognize that motorcyclists may be obscured in blind spots, particularly when turning or moving slowly, and check carefully. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Safer Driving, Section 7. Motorcyclists, be aware of motorcyclists at all times, but especially when you are turning or in slow-moving traffic. Question number 22. What is TfL's guidance on choosing a safe driving speed? A. Maintain the same pace as surrounding vehicles, provided this does not exceed the legal speed limit. B. Keep close to the posted speed limit at all times, reducing speed only if hazards appear suddenly. C. Stay well below the speed limit whenever possible, regardless of traffic flow or road conditions. D. Drive within the legal speed limit and also adjust to suit weather, traffic, and road conditions. The correct answer is D. Drive within the legal speed limit and also adjust to suit weather, traffic, and road conditions. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. Drive at a speed within the speed limit and one that is appropriate for the situation. Most collisions in London are caused by speeding, making dangerous maneuvers and not following the rules of the road. Question number 23. What is TfL's precise guidance for PHV drivers on using mobile phones while driving? A. Both handheld and hands-free devices are allowed, provided conversations are brief and do not interfere with vehicle control. B. All mobile devices, including hands-free, must be completely avoided whenever the vehicle is in motion, regardless of circumstances. C. Handheld devices must never be used while driving. Hands-free may be used if it does not distract attention from the road. D. Handheld devices may only be used when stationary with the engine running, but hands-free is permitted at all other times. The correct answer is C. Handheld devices must never be used while driving. Hands-free may be used if it does not distract attention from the road. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. You must not use a handheld mobile phone while driving. Even hands-free use can distract you. Question number 24. What exactly is the PHV driver's responsibility regarding seatbelt use for adult passengers? A. Adults are required to wear seatbelts, and drivers should actively encourage them to comply. B. Adults are legally required to wear seatbelts, and the driver has no duty beyond transporting them safely. C. Adults in the front must wear seatbelts, but wearing them in the rear is optional for personal choice. D. Adults must wear seatbelts, but the driver's role is limited to ensuring children are restrained correctly. The correct answer is A. Adults are required to wear seatbelts, and drivers should actively encourage them to comply. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. All adults must wear a seat belt, and drivers should encourage adult passengers to wear a seat belt. Question number 25. According to TfL Section 7, Safe Driving, how should PHV drivers manage fatigue to maintain safe driving? A. Adjust your speed and rely on air circulation or short stops to avoid feeling tired. B. Plan work so you are well rested, take regular breaks, and never drive if too tired to remain alert. C. If you begin to feel tired, slow down and focus more on mirrors and road markings. D. Keep journeys shorter where possible and use hazard lights if you become very tired. The correct answer is B. Plan work so you are well rested, take regular breaks, and never drive if too tired to remain alert. Reference: Section 7, Safe Driving. Safe driving requires drivers to be alert and capable of reacting quickly. Fatigue reduces awareness and reaction times, so drivers must ensure they are properly rested, take breaks, and never drive when too tired. Question number 26. What is the legal requirement regarding items placed on the windscreen of a PHV? A. Items can be placed anywhere on the windscreen as long as they are securely attached. B. Items are allowed in the swept area if they are not larger than a credit card. C. Items can be placed in the swept area if they are not directly in the driver's line of sight. D. Items must not obstruct the driver's view through the swept area of the windscreen. The correct answer is D. Items must not obstruct the driver's view through the swept area of the windscreen. Reference. Section 7. Windscreens and windows must be kept clean and free from obstructions to vision. Question number 27. When overtaking on a narrow road, what best reflects TfL guidance for PHV drivers? A. Overtake only if there is sufficient space, no danger, and the maneuver can be completed without forcing others to slow. B. Signal clearly, ensure there is space, and overtake only when it is safe for all road users. C. Ensure mirrors and blind spots are checked, signal, and overtake when confident that no collision risk exists. D. Reduce speed, assess space carefully, signal appropriately, and overtake only if it can be done without causing risk. The correct answer is B. Signal clearly, ensure there is space, and overtake only when it is safe for all road users. Reference. TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. Do not overtake unless you can do so safely and without endangering other road users. Question number 28. When passengers are entering or leaving a PHV, which best reflects TfL guidance? A. Wait until passengers are fully on the pavement, and ensure the road around the vehicle is clear before moving. B. Check mirrors and blind spots carefully, confirm passengers are safe, and proceed only when there is no risk. C. Signal intention, observe surroundings, and move only once passengers are safely positioned off the road. D. Monitor passengers while they enter/exit. Ensure there are no hazards, and do not move until fully certain of their safety. The correct answer is A. Wait until passengers are fully on the pavement, and ensure the road around the vehicle is clear before moving. Reference. TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. Ensure passengers have safely entered or exited the vehicle, and are clear of traffic before moving. Question number 29. When driving near pavements, what best reflects TfL guidance for PHV drivers? A. Anticipate that pedestrians may step into the road unexpectedly, and be ready to slow or stop while giving way where required. B. Expect pedestrians to remain on the pavement unless clearly crossing, but be prepared to stop if necessary. C. Watch carefully for pedestrians at all times, particularly when approaching crossings or junctions, and yield appropriately. D. Assume all pedestrians are unpredictable. Adjust speed and position to avoid risk while remaining alert to sudden movement. The correct answer is A. Anticipate that pedestrians may step into the road unexpectedly, and be ready to slow or stop while giving way where required. Reference. TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. Be alert for pedestrians stepping out from pavements or side roads. Give way where necessary. Question number 30. According to TfL guidance, when is it appropriate for a PHV driver to use the horn? A. To signal your presence while remaining cautious, ensuring it is used to express impatience or frustration. B. To alert pedestrians, cyclists, or other drivers, if you believe they may see you, without causing alarm. C. To make others aware of your approach, while avoiding aggressive or impatient behavior. D. To warn other road users of your presence when necessary, especially if there isn't potential danger. The correct answer is C. To make others aware of your approach while avoiding aggressive or impatient behavior. Reference: TfL PHV Driver Handbook, Section 7. Use the horn only to warn others of your presence, not to show annoyance or impatience. More videos with the latest assessment questions will be uploaded in the channel, so don't forget to watch them too. Thanks for watching.